I'm a volunteer. I've never run for office in my life, but I welcome all perspectives, and people are good conservatives and Republicans and want to get involved. That only strengthens the party at the local level and the state level. So that's a good thing. A little dissension, a little ruffling of the feathers, isn't it?
Are you able to put forth that philosophy amongst all the GOP people that they're concerned aren't welcoming them?
Well, at the state level right now, we had a kind of a vociferous floor fight on this very issue at the state level just last Friday, where some of us said you can't change the rules in the middle of the game and say some people are good enough to run and some aren't. Not all, but several of the folks that would be affected by this rule are self-proclaimed Tea Party activists. And I don't care if they're Tea Party activists or man from the moon. It's not fair to change the rules. And the third quarter of the game, that's what we were against. These people filed petitions and decided to run. The boards of elections in the respective counties and the Secretary of State said, okay, these petitions are okay. And then the party's going to come in and change the rules in the fourth quarter. That's not fair. That's not American. So we fought that battle. If you're looking for an example of what some of us feel.
What was the outcome of that?
Well, we lost by one vote, but we don't believe we actually lost the vote because it did not pass with a majority of the committee. It merely passed with one vote majority of those who were in attendance at the meeting. We don't think that's quite sufficient enough for the rule to stick, and we'll be talking about that.
So there's no resolution at this point?
I would say that a lot of us feel like this is not over.
Okay, but for those folks that are running...
Don't give up, because some of us are going to keep this issue alive. Yeah.
And when do you think it'll be resolved?
I don't know. I know that there's some smart lawyers. I'm not a lawyer. There's some smart lawyers looking at this right now, trying to plot the path forward. I think it's going to be getting a lot of attention before March 6th. At the end of the day, depending on who wins and loses on March 6th at the ballot box, it will depend on who has standing and who has a grievance that could be the focus of a lawsuit or a complaint. So really some of this has to play out for the next several weeks before we know exactly what the path forward is and what the best path forward is.
So they have to run and possibly win before they know if they really won?
Well, if one of these potentially affected candidates wins on election day, fair and square, and then is subject to exclusion by these new rules, that's when I think we really have a test that we can fight out. Meantime, as I say, we're already looking at ways we might be able to contest this outcome, either back at the party on the floor of the state party or in the courts.
So I hear a commitment from you that you're going to fight it.
Are you going to fight it? Are you going to fight it?
Are you going
to join me and help me fight it? Are we?
You're going to. Yes, but are you going to?
You said yes. I accept that as teamwork. Right?
Okay.
All right.
I'm just saying, don't drop these poor folks in the middle of the game.
Go look at the transcript. I was the one on the floor fighting for them.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.